Well, congrats on finishing that EBC. Go.
I'm gonna start late.
And one person shows up right after the race starts.
Whatever. I gave him a 5-second head start.
I keep forgetting the Super Famicom's video output is really fickle. I remember my SNES gave me some trouble with the Super Famicom games during Cabathon. So I got out the Fammy again.
I didn't know you actually had a
I have
Fammy.
an actual Super Famicom from many years ago. All the time until AGDQ this year, I've been playing any kind of Super Famicom game. It's been on the actual Super Famicom. And AGDQ this year, I finally brought my SNES up to the World 9 guys and said, all right, do your dark work.
Really? Because, like, that's the easiest, like... I've done that on 2 consoles. It's not hard at all.
He did, like, full-on surgery there.
I guess that's
I know
fair.
it's easier than that, and, like, I think some of the other guys behind the desk, like, kind of laughed at him for what he was doing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Fatso, I think, he said he took the shell off when he did his. Like, he basically did it surgery style as well. And, like, a couple of the guides that I found online when I was doing my first one basically told me to do that, and then I was like, I'm gonna keep looking, because people told me I didn't have to do that, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I just found, like, a YouTube video that he's like, no, it's literally this easy, don't be an idiot.
All right.
Um, 204, which would mean it'd be a 159, because I started like 5.5 seconds late.
206, which I feel like has got to be close to gold for me.
Gotta work on that mashing, bro.
Yeah.
Do you even mash, brah?
Can you mash? Yeah, I submitted Providence for Lufia 2 because Providence % is a huge meme. I actually do legitimately love the Ancient Cave. I'm just not a Lufia 2 guy. I'll probably do a few more of that this month, though, because I'm actually discovering it's really good stress relief to just pop that in and go. Please die.
How long is that run?
Providence?
I don't know any. Yeah. I saw you were playing it. I stopped in for like a couple minutes, and then like I had to go.
So there's 2 answers to that question. If you're really like, if you have no love of fun, then there's a known time because all of Lufia 2 is manipulatable. If you do like fun, it's probably closer to like 5-6 minutes. Probably maybe even 7, but that's like if you know what you're doing in the game. My best run was like 15 minutes, and then everything after that was like in the like 18, 25 kind of range. So I mean, it's fun. I just do it.
I've never actually I've never played the game. I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I've never actually played it.
Lufia 2 is actually a really good casual experience, and I'm talking as like probably 13-year-old Cab. When did that game come out?
Was it it's a SNES game, right?
Yes. The game's real shtick is that basically most of the rooms are puzzles when you're going through the dungeons. And you otherwise, I mean, you have a lot of like RPG encounter mechanics that you're dealing with, but you're playing that game for the puzzles.
Fair.
It's a really fun game. It's also, though, really kind of old school RPG grindy at the same time.
Okay,
But
probably wouldn't like it then.
Give it a shot. Worst thing you do is you stop playing.
still a 501, which would mean that would be a 56. It's not terrible, considering how awful that fight and that stage were. .515 teleport. I'm pretty sure that's my average time.
That was a terrible penguin stage. Penguin
You were a
himself
terrible penguin stage.
That's
Got him!
Wow! This
Got
guy.
him! Hello, police. I would like to report a murder.
Well, in my X1 through... These are technically started as X1 through 4 splits. But, I had apparently a death on Penguin in them, so here we go. I think this was from a pre-Triple M race, now that I think about it. There was an X1 through, for some reason, through X4 race. And that's where I hijacked these splits. Oh my goodness. How would you... This guy who's supposed to come down and grab you did not do his job.
.59 door. That was actually a pretty clean stage other than Turtles. Also, headphones are coming out for a second.
Now I'm officially going any percent because I didn't get the helmet. Yo, Spike went Quanger second?
I mean, if you're doing any percent, like, you don't have to do Iceless. Also, I heard you say, like, you're skipping the helmet, and that made me... Have you, and I know this is really obscure, and I know the answer is going to be no, but have you seen my highlight from, like, 3 years ago? Maybe 4 years ago at this point? Of, like, it's like 2.5 hours of New Year's races.
Okay.
And we convinced Dom to join, and Dom had been drinking because it was New Year's.
Oh, jeez.
And when I say Dom was drinking, I mean...
I know the X crew, like, really puts it away.
He was plastered.
I'm apparently just doing Hundo route and not doing Hundo.
Sorry, I was counting Boomerang for Green Biker Dead. Because I still get the armor because I'm bad at video games.
Same.
But yeah, no, like, Dom was absolutely smashed. Like, just gone. And we ended up doing an any percent race. And the only upgrade that Dom got throughout the entire run was the helmet. And he didn't even realize he got it until, like, I want to say it was either like Maverick or it was right at the start of the Sigma stages.
That's
And just
funny,
like
man.
out of the blue, he's like, "Why do I have the helmet?" It's like, yeah, dude was gone. Like, and that was the night that Hetfield took Caleb's record.
Nice.
And, like, air quotes, killed Mega Man X. And Dom was like, and then he raided Caleb. And Dom stopped racing long enough to like spam the raid message in Caleb's chat. But yeah, like the first half of that highlight is just like, yo, we gotta fade out. Let's go. Is just like 3 people who are watching Hetfield while they're in the call with us. And they're just like, like Mega Man X is dead. Like the whole first half of that is just like drunk people going, X is dead. Hetfield killed it. Stop running the game. It's done. There's no point anymore.
Literally over.
I miss those times, man.
Yeah. Why can't I get this jump today? There we go. I miss Dom.
I just miss, like, hanging out in TeamSpeak like we used to. Don't pull a Dom, don't get the helmet. Dude, muscle memory's strong, man. Like, when you're used to going down there and grabbing that helmet.
I know. Oh, jeez. Double tap dash. Don't do this to me.
Double tap, like, whoever decided the double tap dash should be a thing in this game, like, should be hung by their ankles.
That's probably the best thing about 04. You can turn it off.
Diveless Eagle.
Alright, I don't know how that works. I gave it the good college try and failed
Miserably.
Failed Iceless a couple of times.
Did you see Jama's clip that he posted in my chat or in my Discord the other day?
I think so.
Where he was just like messing around with Hundo, and he failed the ice sled jump, and he's like, whatever, and just like walked up, got it second try, just like nonchalantly, just like, NBD, I got this.
Quanger, why? No, honestly, I have... This L button's hinge is broken. Like, the SNES controller is otherwise good except for that. And every now and again, I think about... Nice. I think about cracking it open and basically switching the L button with another controller's. Because then I'd have a good working controller. Maybe it's just the angle. I feel like this camera lighting's good, except I've got a lot of shadow on one side. I don't know.
I don't know how I didn't get Paul Hart there. That's kind of actually irritating. Like, if that's not Paul Hart, I have no idea how you get it then.
See, I know that, like, I'm never going to get this 4th sub-tank full, but I have it now. Oh, well, that's actually only my second one, the more I think about it. Because I don't have the one from Flame Mammoth now. Boomerangs.
Yeah, like, a second sub-tank is almost always going to be useless. Or just about in any percent, unless, like, you actually do some dedicated farming.
I do go out of my way in a couple of spots to make sure I get energy, he said as he did it for no reason.
Because, like, I used to grab 2. I used to get... I used to actually go out of my way to grab the one in Mandrill. Or no, I used to get the one in Dillo, because that one's faster, even without getting booty.
Yeah, I foresee the Dillo. I see the Dillo E-Tank. I'm gonna call it an E-Tank in my future.
No booty grab, by the way. I legitimately go for it only for the swag. You gotta do it for the ladies.
It's true. What's up, Conster? Conster, why aren't you in this race?
Perform your sacred duty!
Defend the X Trilogy from Momam. I'm Hans Momam. Welcome to X Momam in the morning. How is Hans Momam, you know, except for the part where copyright infringement is a thing, not the mascot of this event? Yo, a red split. What's up with this?
That movement was so sexy. Sorry, I don't normally do that section that well.
I think I lost 10 seconds to Thunder Slimer. What's up,
okay.
Kumba?
We're living up to our split name here.
I can't read it from this distance.
Rolls. Wow. That was a very armadillo fight. Like, on a scale of 1 to armadillo, it was an armadillo fight. Dude, all these gold splits.
Lag the game!
Who do you think's gonna win this race?
Ivan.
Yeah. How is Fat Homie's X3?
No idea, but if his 1 and 2 are any good...
His 1 and 2 are decent.
It's like one of those things. Ivan's 2 I know is really good. And what we're probably going to run into at some point is just like straight up... Oh, actually, no, Used Pizza has a good chance of winning this race.
Yeah, Used Pizza's pretty decent at all of these video games as well.
Used Pizza completed Triple M and therefore is a threat in any multi-game Mega Man race.
Fair.
Well, I got to visit. No, Concert, you can do whatever.
Like, if I knew X3, I would say I could win this race. But I don't. Because I know my X1 will probably get, like, I'll probably be one of the first people out of X1.
Probably. And that's where it's like, I don't know. X3, there's a solid chance you'll fall apart if you don't play cautiously. Sid's telling me all about the X3 dash chip strats in here. That's the thing, I never learned the climb, so I'm just going to be going. It's going to be my Triple M strats if I can remember it, which is going to be, like, probably 80%. I don't know. I'm going to do hundo except for revisits.
Do you have any idea how much, like, how good Pi's X time is?
X1?
Does he even have?
No idea.
Yeah. Like, I know his X2 time is
Passable.
respectable, sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a meme, but, you know.
I mean, from there, it's like... with any of these big multi-game races, you're probably going to run into a lot of people who kind of know the series well enough to survive for quite a while. Because it's like it's Mega Man.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm just like, I honestly cannot think of the last time I went into a race being like, I can win this. Like, mostly because, like, my experience with races is racing, you know, Walrus or Dom or Chuck or Cujo. Just like, okay. Maybe we'll podium? Maybe? Probably not.
I think we are both trying to podium here. Used Pizza is... I gotta see who's in it. Used Pizza is a threat to win. Ivan's a threat to win. You and I are semi-threats to win. You probably more than me, depending on what your X2 time actually is.
My X2 times. I think I have like a 46. No. Have I even cut the 50? I don't remember. I think I've cut the 50. I think I might have like a 48 or something.
Dom is still Dom. Hell, it also might even make me play Dom's favorite game in a couple of weeks.
We got Tokyo Swap. Scratch that. Losso's winning this race.
Keep going, dude. These are 100% splits because I'm saving all sorts of like ridiculous, trivial amounts of time. And there's a 10-minute gap between Sting Chameleon and Bow Spider. That and like every stage that has like a long side passage to get something, like I didn't get the Heart Tank and Octo. Save 30 seconds for no apparent reason.
I don't remember my Sig 1 stats.
Kumba, we've got to get you in on one of these like vanilla game races.
I do not remember my any percent Sig 1 strats. Like, I just totally improvised that whole thing.
Especially since this whole race is a meme.
Performing our sacred duty.
Kuma's like, I don't want to play plane.
Oh.
I love you, Kumba. Never change. Respect the dream. Well, not respect the dream. Stick to your ideals.
I gotta kill Spider. Change my mind. I want to go back and do Hundo.
I know, right? Whoa.
But yeah, who else?
Dash by work for me.
Ivan.
Yeah,
I'd say Ivan, UP, maybe Fat Homie, depending on how much he knows in X2 and X3.
Yeah.
Really comes down to X3. I think his X2 time is not awful either. It's better than mine. We'll put it that way.
Mech strats.
Where's the Trogdor?
Yeah, Trogdor should be winning this race. Trogdor, the other Triple M threat, amongst also specializing on the SNES X games. It's the one nice thing I can still say about Triple M. I was the first one off the NES. It was all downhill from there, but I was the first one off the NES.
Were there no other, like, this is gonna sound like a really, like, bad thing to say, but were there any other, like, classic Mega? Like, top-tier classic Megas, I guess?
Orsa actually has a better time in 1 through 6 than me. He just was slower that day.
Okay.
Tonic is better at 8. Orsa's also good at 8. Tonic's good at...
I just didn't remember seeing... Like, I don't remember the
I think I was... besides, like, Orsa's practice and Trogdor slowly getting better, I think I was legitimately the best NES Mega Man player in that race.
Yeah, like... You're pretty okay out of 10 at the Mega Man. So, like, I don't mean that as a knock on you, but it's just like...
I'm probably in that 7.5, 8 out of 10 range. depending on like, if we're talking about speedrun talent, I'm probably more in like the 5-6 range. But overall, it's like, yeah, I'm up there. I know what I'm doing. He said as
I hit a Spooter.
how's this gonna work?
Hey, Spooter.
How's this gonna
Stop
work without
throwing babies
charge
at me,
button?
you terrible mother! How are you at 1 HP? Okay, Spooter's dead.
Okay, out of 10. That is Sid's kind of scale. Sid, Lawson, did you just like start playing the X Games after Sid like kind of disappeared for a little bit?
I've been running them since 2014?
Yeah, so you were
2013?
We gotta get Sid into Lasso's chat to watch this too, because Lasso actually knows what he's doing in the second half of this game.
Yeah, I mean, stop watching as soon as I get to X2.
Yeah. So I was the NES guy in that race. Between Tonic and Orsa, you had the better like second half of the series. This one.
3 slides, not bad. In fairness, I actually know what I'm doing in X2. I'm just terrible at it. Like, if I actually sat down and learned the couple things that I need to learn and actually, like, practice, I could probably get a respectable time in X2. But that would require me to play X2, and ain't nobody got... I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
Spike is done with 8 Mavs. I successfully remembered to switch to a weapon that Vile was weak against instead of turning around and pushing down, forward, and shooting a buster shot.
Good job, Cab.
What am I doing?
Where's Pi at if you're watching him?
Spark Mandrill stage the last time I looked. Spike actually has a very respectable time in a lot of these games.
Yeah. Wasn't Spike in the Hundo tournament?
He was, and he did okay. I think it was the Mega Man 2 tournament, not the Hundo tournament, that Spike eventually lost to Zost. Or no, Zost lost to Spike.
That's the thing, like, Spike is actually pretty good at video games.
He is.
Like, I feel like people forget that. And I don't know why.
I legitimately think Spike and I are on like a similar skill tier. He just has a higher grind tolerance, and then we just play completely different games. Like, I don't ever see myself picking up Kingdom Hearts as a video game. Although Final Fantasy IX, I'm gonna have a few months of free time. Sid, it should be in like the link up here, Lasso 42.
I had to finish the Eyes with Buster. That was awful. I just reverted to Hundo strats and was just using Chameleon Sting like it was candy in the stage, and I was like, and when I got to the fight, I was like, I can miss 2 shots.
Why
oh crap!
did the
I
Buster
missed 2
let
shots.
go? Oh my god, it's happening.
Oh.
My thumb just like came off the Y button, and I shot early for no reason. And yeah, Spike has the charisma for sure. But his skill level is definitely there too.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, I don't think people disrespect him. That's not what I mean by that. Like,
yeah.
But it's just like, I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves. Like, for the work and the talent that he is able to put out in various speed games.
Spike is good at whatever he wants to play. He's just not great at a lot of it.
Yeah. I would say he's a little bit above like your level as far as like most video games go.
Only because I'm way too competitive. Do I even doubt that statement?
With the exception of Classic Mega, I will say that you are better at Classic Mega than Spike is at video games in general.
We're gonna have to get Spike into some Mario races before I'll keep going with this. I mean, you're in general exactly right. Fried penguin.
But the thing is, like, you talk about Mario, like, your Mario one time is really freaking good, but, like, Spike also has times that are the equivalent of your Mario one time, is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
He definitely does in a lot of other series. Like I said, this is entirely me being too competitive and not knowing when to shut up.
That's fair. I can respect that. Like, I am probably the most competitive person you'll ever meet.
That's like the scary thing that I know in the back of my mind. Whenever the baby Cab starts playing Little League, I just need to have like somebody whose job is going to be just yell, "Cab, they're 8," and then I'll stop. But there's going to be that moment when I'm like, what is this umpire smoking? What is he watching? Does he know anything about how baseball works? Does he... Cab, they're 8. Oh, right.
See, but it's funny that you say that. Because I actually was just talking to somebody about this on Facebook the other day, actually. It was another one of those like herbadur like participation trophies, burbadur. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, I have a distinct memory of getting in, just like legitimately getting in trouble because in kindergarten, like 5-year-old Lasso, field day at our school, I didn't place in anything. They gave me this little participation ribbon. Still have the ribbon somewhere because my mom like keeps all of those things.
Got it.
And I distinctly remember getting in trouble because they handed me the ribbon and I threw it to the ground and basically told them, "No, this is trash. I don't want your stupid participation ribbon."
Wow.
I was like, I didn't win, I didn't place, get this garbage out of my face. Like, obviously not in those words, but like, in essence, that's what I told them, and like, my teacher just looked at me and my parents took me home and were like, yeah, you can't do that.
That's way too far. Whatever, we're fighting this guy.
Oh. Ah, missed the dash. Against the dog. That's bad. Don't like this. Don't like this. Get away from me, dog.
Right, I'm gonna have to fight the dog.
That is like the scariest thing. Like missing a dash there, like it's almost as bad as missing a dash on Rangda. But Rangda, like you miss a dash and you just die. Like. Uh-oh. Okay.
I don't think there were any or many participation trophies I got. I think I got a few. I mean, I feel like you should get something for showing up sometimes, but it doesn't. Trophies are for like the people who actually win. Don't call it a participation trophy. Just like say that you were there. Maybe like, I kind of like that kind of thing where it's like, here's like the little pin or badge that was like you were here because you were at the event, and then you're free to do with that what you want. But like you always see in the news too, right? Which player like tosses their medal or whatever the event is winning into the crowd after the event.
Oh, did you see that woman on the Canadian hockey team?
I saw like the replay of her taking the medal off a few times.
Yeah, like they put the medal around her neck and she's like, no, and I'm like, this is garbage. Just took it off.
Yeah, that's it was somebody in the World Juniors, I think, did the same thing, men's World Juniors.
Oh.
And that it's notable because it was like with the Rangers' top draft pick or something. And he ended up he threw it into the crowd and they ended up getting it back. But it's still just kind of like, what am I doing? Whatever.
It would have been like a 35-15. So actually not bad. That's only like
I'm in the 35 range right now, so yeah, it's a 35.
That's only like 10 seconds slower than my PB, and like I did a lot of things that I was just like, okay, just don't die. Like I just took a lot of like, I just don't want to, like, just don't die. That's all you gotta do, just don't die.
Yeah, it's a marathon.
Basically. And I'm rusty in any percent. I haven't played since the tournament.
So yeah, because of my one experience helping out a Little League team and something like that almost basically actually happened. The other thing was like the first time it happened in that game, I like kept my mouth shut, and the second time I just like lost it almost. So now I know, okay, calmly approach the umpire next time and say, "Here's why you are blind," when the kids, you know, are out of reach. Oh my goodness.
That was a very CFO fight. This is gonna be bad. I have not played this game in forever.
I'm really glad during the X2 tournament I heard somebody call him CFO, and that all of a sudden the phrase CFO strat made perfect sense to me. Because until then I was like, what the hell is CFO? And why are all these strats called CFO? This doesn't make any sense to me.
That's awesome, Cab. That's okay. Today I learned that you can just hold up at the end of Mario 3 and Mario will go through the door on the first frame it's open.
There's actually exactly one reason.
I don't know if you saw that in Discord today.
No, I didn't see that. The reason I knew that was was the Game Genie. If you used any of the codes to like have a hammer suit the entire game, it would lock up when you got the Bowser door open for some reason. So you had to get in on the first frame, so it just told you. It didn't use that language, but it said you must stand in the door and hold up or you won't be able to beat the game.
Because, yeah, Karua, like, mentioned that in Discord today, and I was just like, really?
Yeah.
He's like, you're joking, right? I'm like, no, I wish I was. I got, like, no inputs whatsoever there. It just fell to my death. Doesn't even drop me. Okay, right past it.
This is dogfight. Because I don't do any percent. I don't think I'm going to win this game in less than a minute and 10 seconds, but I'm on surprisingly decent pace.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm getting dropped jump inputs for some reason. Like, kind of tilting me. Oh, alright.
I wonder what my health looks like. Pi is still in 8 Mavs. Spike is on Octopus refight. I think I can take a hit from the claw.
Nope. Okay. We didn't get an angry spawn. I thought I beefed it.
I have 2 full sub tanks. Awesome.
That would actually be a gold split had I not died. I've never not had an angry sponge in X2. Again, like, I know how to do it, I just haven't practiced it enough, or frankly done enough attempts to. Oh, I beef this. I hate Gator. Gator is actually the reason I stopped running. Thanks, dude.